Heya Cryptozens. Tonight's show: CryptoPunks surge on Tiffany NFT news, Wright wins £1 from McCormack, and New York Attorney General looking for those deceived or affected by crypto crash. It's 10 p.m. Pacific time. The date is August 1st, 2022, and welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter. My name is Nikodemus, and I will be your host. The cover model, mascot, and co-host for this podcast is Tex. And together we take a nightly look at the crypto, NFT, and metaverse space and the industry that surrounds it. And keep in mind, nothing in this show should ever be considered financial advice. CryptoPunks trading volume surged today. It's already one of the most popular NFT collections on the planet. That said, it surged almost 2,000% in 24 hours. That's in response to news that the luxe jewelry retailer Tiffany is going to launch their own NFT collection. And this is where people need to be careful, because there's some danger in the ambiguity of the term NFT. The most common usage of the term is that of a picture, specifically a PFP or a profile picture. A CryptoPunk is an example of a PFP. And that is not what Tiffany's NFT is offering. NFTIF, or I'm just going to call them TIFs. That's not what it is, not quite. From their launch announcement in the FAQs, it says, quote, "What is a TIF?" TIFs represent a collection of 250 digital passes offered by Tiffany & Company, which may be minted when purchased and redeemed by CryptoPunk holders for the creation of a custom-designed pendant and an NFT digital artwork that resembles the final jewelry design. So here's the deal. There are only 250 of these TIFs minted on the Ethereum blockchain. Each one costs 30 ETH, and you can only buy a maximum of 3 of them. Now, here's the deal. Anyone can buy one, and you can buy a maximum of 3, but you don't have to be a CryptoPunk holder to buy one. That said, you do need to be a punk holder to get the max benefit of a TIF. That's because each TIF represents a one-time opportunity for a customized piece of jewelry. That's right. When you buy one of these, you can redeem it to get a customized pendant made to look like your 8-bit investment. Created by Tiffany's in-house artists, the pendants will incorporate at least 30 gemstones. These are, of course, quality stones: sapphires, amethysts, diamonds. The frame will be in either 18-karat rose or yellow gold. Now, assuming that you redeem this on time, you'll get your pendant sometime next year. To tide you over, you'll get another NFT. This is an NFT for a digital piece that resembles what the physical product will look like. Now, the sale starts on August 5th at 10 a.m. Eastern, and there is a redemption deadline a week later on August 12th at 9 a.m. Eastern. That tight deadline on there really puts a spin on things, right? And I think they needed to do that. Otherwise, someone like me will just get in there and buy one, even knowing you don't own a punk, even if you never intend to own a punk. Just buy the TIF and then put it up somewhere on like OpenSea. You think about it. Let's say the floor price for CryptoPunks was 75 ETH. If you're going to spend 75 ETH on an NFT, you'll probably buy a physical copy for 30, especially knowing it's Tiffany's, and especially knowing there are only 250 of them. As long as OpenSea and the other NFT marketplaces would allow the listing, the time frame between August 5th, when the sale closes, and August 12th, which is the last day to redeem the NFT for a pendant, I expect the price for those NFTs to do impressive things. And I anticipate this will have an interesting effect on the price of CryptoPunks. I just took a look out of curiosity. When I was looking, there is no floor price. There's no floor price because there are no listings for buy now. Because at present, this is looking like a one-time thing. Now, to be sure, there are some other companies offering crypto-based jewelry, but they're not Tiffany's, and that name means something. So it looks like people aren't selling their punks right now. If I had a CryptoPunk, I'd be tempted to just list it for some crazy price. And when I say crazy, I mean crazy for a punk, like 100 or 150 ETH or something outrageous like that. Because remember, each of these Tiffany-produced NFTs are a one of one, and they're in a series of 250. So that's a one of 250. 150 ETH would be a pretty plausible price in my mind. Now, you know how these things go, folks. Anything big or heavily advertised is going to spawn scams. Make sure of what you click on. If you're interested in this sale, don't click on a link. Go to nft.tiffany.com because you know the scammers are going to be out there with scumbag pop-ups that look like legitimate and they're bogus contracts. So don't be fooled. They're only selling this on their website, nft.tiffany.com. At the time of writing, the global crypto market cap is $1.08 trillion. It's down 0.52% in 24. The top 5 cryptos by market cap are Bitcoin down 0.4%, Ethereum up 3.13%, Tether, USDC, and Binance Coin down 2.7%. What's your reputation worth to you? It's hard sometimes for people to define what their reputation is worth in terms of dollars. My reputation is worth a lot to me, but I couldn't put a price on it. It's certainly worth more than $1. So I would absolutely expect more than one British pound if somebody lied about me and damaged my reputation and I proved it in court. Unfortunately for one Craig Wright, we know exactly how much a British court values his reputation. 1 British pound. That's right. The self-proclaimed creator of Bitcoin found out his rep was only worth £1 when he won his case. You see, he was suing Peter McCormack. Now, McCormack, a well-known figure in the crypto industry, he had an issue with Wright's claims. In fact, he called Wright a liar on multiple occasions. And so it came to pass that UK High Court Judge Martin Chamberlain handed Wright a victory, a very hollow victory at that. Because while the judge was satisfied that Wright proved his claims, he took exception to the fact that Wright used false evidence to support his accusations. So there were 14 occasions, tweets published and words spoken, that damaged Craig Wright's reputation. And Wright was suing McCormack for $12,200 as compensation. Which really, how do you come up with a number like $12,200? At any rate, you have to show actual damage for this kind of thing. So Wright said that he experienced financial losses because he didn't get invited to conferences and event money. Apparently, he was counting on that conference and event money. Wright said that he's not getting invited to conferences and events due to damage done to his rep from McCormack's words. So what happened is, McCormack had words for Wright's claims that he's Satoshi Nakamoto. Those words are liar, moron, and fraud. That's what McCormack called Wright on various social media platforms. Now keep in mind, McCormack lost. The judge said his words were defamatory and that they caused damage to Wright's reputation. And Wright might have gotten that $12,200 if he hadn't screwed up, because the judge said that Wright, quote, advanced a deliberately false case and put forward deliberately false evidence until days before trial. And for that, he only got a single pound. Now, predictably, McCormack is pretty comfortable with the ruling. In his tweet, he said, quote, I also want to thank Mr. Justice Chamberlain for this result. We are very pleased with his findings. The global NFT market cap is down 2.16%. Sales volume is up 0.89% in 24 hours. According to CoinMarketCap, the top 5 NFT collections by sales volume are CryptoPunks, followed by Bored Apes, Mutant Apes, Other Deed, and Nina's Super Cool World. Now keep in mind, some of these collections have very volatile prices, so do your own research. You know those TV commercials for personal injury lawyers? Lawyers getting on TV and looking for victims of some accident or another. Maybe somebody to join in on a class action lawsuit. Just the whole deceived or affected by reminds me of the language were you or someone you know killed in an industrial accident. Then call our offices, Dewey, Scrum, and How. And that's kind of what New York Attorney General Letitia James reminded me of. Not that she's some sketchy ambulance chaser. That's not what I mean at all. It's just that the way she worded her request. You see, the Attorney General has opened her doors for investors. Anyone who witnessed misconduct at a crypto firm is invited to file a complaint as a whistleblower. And on Monday, she called for New York's crypto users to come forward. If you've been locked out of an account at an exchange or a lending platform, or if you're unable to access your funds, or if you were, quote, deceived about their cryptocurrency investments, then they want you to contact Attorney General's office. And that bit about filing a complaint as a whistleblower is relevant. It's a specific thing where an individual filing a complaint with the AG's office could keep their anonymity. Now, to that end, the AG's office has set their website up to accept documents and evidence through a Tor browser. Now, the Attorney General said, quote, "Investors were promised large returns on cryptocurrencies, but instead lost their hard-earned money. I urge any New Yorker who believes they were deceived by crypto platforms to contact my office. And I encourage workers in crypto companies who may have witnessed misconduct to file a whistleblower complaint." And you know what she's looking for. Think about what's going on lately. She's specifically looking for people who lost funds in the Terra Luna Black Swan event. Also, if your withdrawals and transfers were paused from staking or yield farms, they want to know too. That means places like Celsius, Voyager, Anchor, stablecoins. They're all potential subjects for discussion. And underscoring that was a tweet put out by the AG's office. It said, quote, "The cryptocurrency market is extremely unpredictable. Just last month, the market reached record lows and investors lost hundreds of billions. New Yorkers should be cautious and think twice before putting their hard-earned money into this unstable market." And that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank you, my listeners, because when you stop listening, I will stop talking. You stay safe out there. Watch out for yourselves, but watch out for each other too. We'll see you tomorrow night.